in a marketing domain, you have sales roles, and beyond sales roles, if you come more in the digital space, you have something called as lead gen roles or business development roles. For example, when you go to buy juice, uh, and you get into the marketing team, of course, the role you'll start with probably is the business development role, where you are asked to, they have a Byju's has the offering, and they will ask you to sell that offering and penetrate that into the market. Okay, so that's a more of a business development lead gen role. Brand management, Priyanka talked about it. She's herself a brand manager. Marketing executive roles, these are the ones who kind of manage the brand P&L and do usual brand stuff around 4 Ps. Okay, there are roles in companies like Gilvey, Wunderman Thompson, which is around more on ads, PR, creative, media agency roles, Mindshare, Group M. These are all the media agency folks, creative folks. But because I'm conscious that I'm speaking to an audience sitting in IIM Indore, essentially a lot of these roles are for people who come from a creative background, not necessarily, but majorly coming from a creative background, have done mass comm, have a creative set to it, come from those backgrounds. But it does not mean that 5 years down the line, if you get into a digital marketing role, you can't switch to this role. So, for example, I can now very well go to an Ogilvy, which is one of the biggest marketing agencies in the world, and say that I want to do a media management role for you guys, because I have now done media management for Unilever brand for 4 years. So I can very well find a career into it. But from an entry level perspective and from where you're sitting right now, of course, this role, you don't get hiring for this role, but you can of course make a career out of this. Okay, there are marketing research roles or more in the marketing analytics roles. Okay, so people who are good with data, people who have a good sense of data, good with numbers, or have kind of even have a technical background around data science or Python, etc. There are so many roles in marketing analytics which are opening up for you. Okay, and you can kind of get into them, and still sit with the brand manager and help him understand what data says, because everything. So what's the, because so if someone asks me what's the difference between digital marketing and traditional marketing, I will simply say digital has the power to target a consumer to its deep length. I like the targeting now is not about okay, female 18 to 24, tier 2, tier 3 cities. That is traditional marketing. Digital can help you crack at a cookie level, at a basic device level. I can help you crack, pinpoint which consumer did what on what medium, and I can target them and precisely target them onto that. Okay, that's the power of digital. And so targeting, precise target, and the second is measurement. Like in traditional marketing, like once you run your campaign, you will do a lot of brand equity lift studies, you will do brand lift studies, you'll do surveys, you'll try to understand, you will see market share numbers, sales numbers, you'll try to understand what was the impact of the campaign, traditional marketing TV campaign on the sales. In digital, you can track that on the platform itself. I can actually say these many people bought this product from this e-com channel, these many people landed on my campaign, these many people clicked on it, these many people did XYZ. So I am essentially kind of getting a whole through of who did what on the platform in what way. That's the power of digital. Okay, so marketing research, marketing analytics roles. Then there are digital marketing experts, and I will not call myself an expert, but these are essentially full stack digital marketing people who kind of understand a lot of what I'm talking about, and then come out as a expert who can kind of help in building digital first brands. And this sort of a role is something which folks like you should be eyeing for when you enter industry. And then there are growth hackers, like I was mentioning. If I can do digital marketing well and I can chase a KPI added with the product management expertise, I will be a growth marketeer or a growth hacker. Okay, so anyone who has a marketing, product management background or a product management finesse and has a good interest in marketing and understand the digital space well can very well classify as a growth marketer if they're done good job. Okay, so that's in the marketing and the job roles. Very conscious, again, specifically when I talk about careers in digital marketing, I will dissect that, and I'll go to the next slide where I'll talk about how this comes up together. But purely when you talk about digital marketing, I think if you search digital marketing on Google, few things that will come up is number one is organic marketing. Okay, SEO, app store optimization. Okay, uh, etc., comes into organic marketing. So this is a field in itself. It's a big field in itself in the digital marketing space. The second space, which is very, very important, and I think if you search for any job portal, performance marketeers, people are looking for performance marketeers. What does that mean? People are looking for digital marketeers who can run campaigns on digital, people who can run Facebook campaigns, Facebook ads, people who can run Google ads, search ads, video ads, display ads. Okay, people who understand the whole ad tech domain, people who can do programmatic advertising. So this is around the whole performance marketing domain, which is a big one, because ultimately if you have to spend money on a digital channel, you need people who can run those campaigns for you, deploy those campaigns, manage those campaigns, and kind of report the performance. Okay, that's performance marketing for you. Then there is a more creative side to digital marketing, which is around content creation. Yeah, there are people who can create very good digital content, whether it's vlogs, videos, blogs, written copies. Okay, creatives, social media, that kind of stuff. So this is more around content marketing space. Okay, which is also falls under digital marketing. The fourth is there are people who can manage your social media well. So effectively, every brand wants to have its presence on social media. So there are roles around social media management. Okay, people who can manage your brand reputation, online response management, influencer management marketing, marketing, social commerce, all that stuff. So come down to social media. Uh, then when I was talking about it's there are specific roles. Unilever has that role, P&G has a role. I don't know about Colgate, but there are roles like CMI, consumer and marketing insight experts. Basically, these are people who are good with analytics, good with number crunching, and they will look at your website. For example, these are people who are good with Google Analytics, Adobe Analytics. So they will look at your website, kind of try to form a story of the consumer who's coming onto your platform. They will look at your social media channels and use social listening to basically understand what is the sentiment of your brand on social media, sentiment analysis. Okay, how are the brands, how's your brand performing on social media, what is the brand perception on social media. So all the social listening. And then there are hardcore analytics roles in marketing where there's so much of data coming in on sales, for example, on from different channels. Because with opening of digital, what has happened is that there are so many channels of intake of data. Like you're getting data from everywhere. Your website is throwing you data, your mobile app is throwing you data, your social media campaign is throwing you data. Okay, there is offline data coming from research or consumer work that is being done. Okay, there is then uh, uh, data coming from your social media dashboards. So there is so much data coming through, and for everyone to like basically put it together and from frame a story, that is what a consumer marketing insight expert will do, a CMI expert. Okay, so again, if you're someone good with data, understands, has interest in this space, and has inclination for marketing, this is the career for you. Okay. Then next is a one-to-one marketing automation expert. So you would have heard of, so you get so many Zomato notifications, like you, and on average you will get 8 to 10 notifications on Zomato on a day. Dunzos of the world, they you'll give so many notifications. So all this comes under one-to-one marketing. Okay, so I am trying to reach a consumer in a one-to-one way. Okay, so email marketing is there for ages, but then now it has come. There are new marketing automation engines that have come through. For example, I'll name a few, and you can write it: CleverTap, MoEngage, WebEngage. These are engines that can actually help you plan your entire campaign funnel or basis the journey of your consumer. For example, if I'm a consumer who bought cheesecake last night on Zomato, okay, they will know I on a Tuesday I bought a cheesecake. They'll probably try to funnel me in a way that next Tuesday I get reminded that I bought a cheesecake and I'll buy it. Okay, so that's one-to-one, and this is all done in an automated. There's no one sitting and pushing you notifications day in day out. Nobody can do that. This is all done in an automated way. There are consumer journeys, there are funnels around it. So there is so much now that has come through in this space. Okay, so this is, if you're good with automation, or if you're good with tech, or good with using tools, understand the consumer journey, have understanding of the brand, you can very well do this job. Okay. And WhatsApp coming in, there's a big WhatsApp marketing channel growing in. You will see more and more brands advertising on WhatsApp, okay, and all that stuff. So that's always there. Finally, two kinds of roles. One is a more digital ad and a partnerships role. So for example, if you get to work in a Hotstar or a TikTok or a Z5, they will come to you and say, they will come to Unilever or a say that, okay, we want to sell you ad space, do your campaigns while the cricket match is on. So we can do a partnership with you where Swiggy and Hotstar partnered while the match was on. People could actually buy a product, buy their order from within the click of a match screen. So these are all OTT platforms, ad platforms, okay, who've come through and kind of selling their ad offerings and partnerships in general. So you can actually work in companies like these and kind of do marketing for them and drive a lot of business. Okay. And finally, like Priyanka was also mentioning, because digital has come through, e-com is a very big channel. So now there are specific roles for people to do performance marketing on Amazon and Flipkart. For example, what is Amazon? Amazon is like, it's like Google only, and people are competing for share of search. When I search for deos on Amazon, for example, I will not go beyond the first, third, or fourth range search result. I will not go into a page number 2 and buy something which is listed on second page. So what does that mean? That if I'm able to do performance marketing, search marketing well on an Amazon or a Flipkart or a big basket, and my product is getting listed there, then essentially I will be able to sell my more products. So this is e-com marketing, category marketing, search marketing, e-com performance marketing. These are so many roles that have come up. And now so basically, if you're able to do all this, or if you are a T-shaped marketeer, okay, again, when you graduate out of IIM Indore, of course, you will not become an SEO expert. I don't expect you to do that, because that's not, you are managers at the end of the day, right? You will not be a social media manager. You will never be hired for that. You will not be a content creator. You will not be a CMI. You might be a CMI. This is more of a evolved role, but all these roles are in silos role. But if you are able to build this expertise over a course of time, and you, like I myself call as a T-shaped marketeer. I am a T-shaped marketeer where I now understand all these spaces very well, because I've worked with all of these teams and I kind of have a specific expertise in these. But now I'm trying to develop a T, which is the depth into few fields which I love. For example, I love marketing automation as space. I've done certifications there. I'm trying to develop a T there. I used to love SEO. I've done a lot of certifications there. I've done a lot of work there. I am getting to know more about media. I'm learning more about running campaigns, performance marketing. So after I've kind of acquired these basic skills and know how of, because all these skills are what this is all about, building brands on digital. If you have to build a brand on digital, okay, you need to understand all these spaces well. Otherwise, you cannot just be saying I only know SEO and I don't bother about how my campaign is doing on Facebook, because we as managers, future managers, have to eventually manage a lot of the marketing spends and a lot of the digital marketing spaces. So this is the gambit of digital marketing. Okay, and there is much more. I've just decomposed it for you. There's much more.